Good morning. How are you today? It's your pal, Uncle Bruce. And today's date is August the 9th, 2023. Welcome all to the channel, Stock Markets with Bruce. I'm Uncle Bruce. It's nice to have you with me today. We're going to try to cover the markets in plain English, figure out what's going on out there, understand just what is happening in this world of ours and how does it affect us and how can we benefit from it. How can you make money more than the other guy? A lot of you out there, uh, those of you watching me regularly, you know my rants. I love to go over various things and topics and what have you. Um, and I try to cover a wide range of topics. One thing I want to mention this morning was uh, there was an article out there this morning I read. I think I got it in Wall Street Journal, in any event, wherever it was. It was talking about a survey that was being done. A survey of 1,000 people. Charles Schwab did a survey, and they asked people, "How much money do you think you're going to need when you retire? What kind of amount of capital do you need to have in your 401ks, IRAs, whatever, your financial net worth when you retire?" And the answer from 1,000 people was $1.8 million. People thought they needed $1,800,000 in their hands at age 65 to retire in the USA. The article went on to say the reality is different than the survey results. The reality is that the average American today, average American adult right now, without any equity in a house, because a lot of people don't own a house, they rent apartments, so on. The average American right now has a net worth of $26,000. And that's their 401ks, their IRAs, their life insurance assets, savings, liquid cash assets, roughly speaking, $26,000. If you're anywhere from 45 to 54 years of age, the Federal Reserve guesstimates that most Americans in that age group are worth $37,000. And Americans 55 to 64, just before retirement age of 65, the average 47,000 is what they've got. And the survey from Charles Schwab of 1,000 investors is, I need 1.8 million to retire on. And the reality is 64-year-olds average 47,000. Now, let's factor in another little number, house equity. There are Americans, as you get older, you eventually get married or live with a significant other, and you maybe buy a house. Maybe it's in your 30s or your 40s, and then you build equity in your home along with your financial equity and so on and so forth. So, taking into account house ownership, the Federal Reserve estimates that the typical American family, typical Americans right now with home equity, the number is $122,000. The 45 to 54-year-olds, their number is $169,000. And the net worth of 55 to 64-year-olds is $213,000. Nowhere near 1.8 million that the Charles Schwab investors think you have to have. Now, if you do have $1.8 million in liquidity when you are 65 and you put that money into an annuity, you're going to get a monthly payout from your annuity. It would run about $9,500 a month, $110,000 a year. A couple with that kind of capital, again, husband and wife together have 1.8 million. They would also get Social Security. Social Security is approximately $36,000 a year, $3,000 a month. And so the annual income for a couple with $1.8 million in an annuity type arrangement plus Social Security would be bringing in a yearly basis about $146,000. And that is the number that a lot of people believe you're going to need at 65 to retire comfortably in America today. $146,000 gross income, less taxes to get by on. How you doing with that? How's it looking for you guys? Those of you in your 20s and 30s, you're listening to me going, this old man and his gobbledygook numbers, I don't have to worry about this for 30 years. I don't give a crap what he says. Some of you are going, there's no way in hell I'm getting the $1.8 million. And I know something else that Bruce keeps talking about. Bruce keeps telling us about inflation. And if it's 1.8 million today in 2023, and I turn 65 in 30 years, that's 2053, it isn't going to be $1.8 million. It's going to be $2.8 million. It's going to be $3 million. Inflation adjusted, there's no way I can get to that number. I can't even get to 1.8, let alone 3. How is this going to happen? And then there are those of you watching me who are 45 and you're 48 and you're 51 and you're 54 and you're 57 and you're 61 and you're 63 and you're 68 and you're 72. You're watching me and you're going, pal, buddy, Uncle B, hey, I'm not even at the average that the Federal Reserve says I should be at. What's going to happen to me? Those of you out there who are thinking, well, at least I have that safety net called Social Security to kind of get me through. If you're watching the presidential debates, which there aren't any yet, but there will be soon, you're watching the rhetoric coming out of politicians' mouths in Washington. There are very, very few friends of yours in Washington who are going to make sure that Social Security is there for you in 2053, or next year or next decade or 20 years. There's talk in Washington about the fact that Social Security is going to be broke. It's going to be underfunded. And the only way Social Security can pay out the money it's supposed to pay out to people is if taxpayers subsidize Social Security to the point. That's the talk. And so they're talking about raising the minimum age to qualify for Social Security, and the benefits will be lower to start, and you'll have to reach 70 or 75 before you get your full benefit. Think about that when you think about how much do I need by age 65 to retire. And how many of you have been saying to yourselves, oh, I'm not going to retire at 65. I'm going to retire at 50, 55. I'm going to retire in my prime. And I'm going to travel the world, and I'm going to do things I've always wanted to do. Really, good luck with that. By the way, if you did have $225,000 right now at age 65 that went into an annuity, you'd be getting $14,000 a year from it, from that annuity, on top of your $36,000 couple Social Security. I'm giving you the best picture I can here. That's 50 grand a year of income. Can you live on 50 grand before taxes where you are? I know some of you out there are in cities and towns where 50 grand, you got to leave town. You're not going to get by on 50,000 a year. After tax, you got what, 40,000? Even as a senior, you're still paying 15, 20%. 385 grand saved up will get you 24,000 a year in annuities. You're now making 60,000 a year as a couple, two people, a couple. You got 800,000 bucks for annuity. You're going to bring in 36 grand. You can live off of $72,000. That's double the Social Security allowance. Can you get by on $76,000? Most of you are probably looking at this and listening to this old man going, if that's true, this, these numbers aren't going to go up much with inflation. I mean, you're going to lose to inflation here. Okay. We got to sell our house. We got to get the cash out of the house to add to this annuity. And maybe that equity will get us to 385,000. I mean, we won't even be above that. We got to be living in a townhouse in Sarasota, Florida, or an apartment somewhere in Austin, Texas, or Galveston, I don't know where. We got to try to find a place cheap enough somewhere in Arizona to get by on. For some of you out there, you're looking at this going, I want to retire for 5 years with my wife at age 55, 60, 65. We want to travel America in our RV. We've got this RV in our driveway. We want to go traveling on the RV. And I'm a handyman. I can keep the thing running. And we thought that 50, 60,000 a year, we could live on the road for several years. There's some realizations coming to Americans every single day, Canadians too, every single day, thousands of people all around us, some of which are related to us, some of which you know, some of you are here. You're figuring out that lifestyle that I thought I was going to have upon retirement isn't coming together. It doesn't look like it's happening. And then, of course, a number of you here have figured out, no, Bruce, that's the way it was until I found this channel, until I found Uncle Bruce and the gang here, and I began to learn how to bring in income as a self-management person. I manage my own affairs now. You've changed everything for me, Uncle Bruce. You have shown me the way. I can make far more money with my money than I could having it managed for me. And I don't pay those fees to have it managed for me. I pay myself. Thank you very much. My performance is far higher. And you know what, Bruce? I'm 40 years old. I'm 45 years old. I'm managing my own wealth. And there's no way I'm going to be at $225,000 at age 65. No. Well on our way beyond that. A number of you have already surpassed some of these numbers that I've talked about, and you're higher, much higher than even the highest number I've been quoting already, because you're self-managing your investments. You are watching these markets. You're understanding how they work more and more every day, every week by hanging out here. And you've begun to generate returns that were unthinkable 2 or 3 years ago. Because 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, you were investing in hot rumor stocks, if you invested at all. Some of you lost hundreds of thousands of dollars of your money in the stock market for decades because you were chasing all the hot rumors and none of them panned out. And when you found a winner, you just rolled it into the next hot stock and you lost it all there. You just couldn't get any traction to build. And many of you who are here obviously also have been investing every month faithfully into your 401ks, into everything else, IRAs and everything else. You've invested as much as you can into your house. You've just made payments, and you've done improvements because the game plan was in the back of your mind that at the end of it all, when I reach a certain age, I will have a certain wealth that I can now begin to live off of. And for some of you, it'll work, but for a number of you, it's going to be short. And you're beginning to see it, and had been beginning to see it the last 5-10 years. You begin to notice that, God, I'm 50 years old and I've only got $70,000 to my name. How am I going to be worth $1 million at age 65? I have no idea. And this channel came into being in 2020. I started going live in 2021. We started talking option writing in the summer of 2021. And here we are 2 years later, lesson number 16 just finished. And we're now doing iron condors, cash secured put writing, poor man covered call writing, all kinds of other strategies, learning the art of stink bids, stink offers, 90-10 rule, psychology of the markets, and on it goes. Because this, what you're into here, is quite sophisticated and complicated. Some people go, oh, the stock market, easy, just buy low, sell high, nothing to it. Anyone can do it. Well, if that's the case, why aren't there 300 billionaires in America right now? Why aren't there 300 million billionaires? I know why. Because this stock market is not that simple. You want to be an expert in real estate? You think that's simple? It's not simple. You get to meet a top-notch realtor, and you get a chance to talk to a top-notch realtor. Those are hard to talk. Those people are hard to talk to. Why? They're busy. They're very busy people. But if you ever get a chance to talk to top-notch real estate people, you realize, oh my God, is there complexities? Unbelievable. You talk to millionaires, multimillionaires, and these are people that don't sit around and get dusty. They're on the move all the time. They're making it happen. Here, you can self-manage your wealth from the comfort of wherever you want. You can take your wealth with you and observe it at all times with one of these inventions. And you can maintain and grow your wealth by being a practical, conservative option writer. You don't have to be Mr. and Mrs. Gambler out there. You don't have to be Mr. Longshot anymore. You don't have to go after a high flying anything anymore. You now can systematically, routinely, and ruthlessly drag money out of the market and put it into your account. And you have to get used to this. You have to buy in to the notion that I'm not Mr. Action like James Bond at a roulette wheel. This is not what we're talking about here. We're talking about grinding out a ton of money that you're going to live off of with your family and those grandkids. You're going to leave something to the family. If that's your plan, you've got to build your wealth. And here is where we do it. Here's how we are doing it here. These numbers I'm quoting you here from the Federal Reserve and everything else, they're fascinating to me. I'm sure they're probably maybe fascinating to you. Did you know that if you're a driver for UPS right now, driving a delivery truck for UPS, you know, those brown vans, guys in those brown shorts, the average delivery driver for UPS is now earning $145,000 a year. Did you know that? Can you imagine a husband and wife both working for UPS full-time, earning $145,000 each, $290,000 a year in a middle-class neighborhood? Think about that. The next time you see a neighbor of yours dressed up in brown going to work, the possibility is that individual is making $145,000 a year, thanks to the latest round of negotiations between UPS and its unions. The average wage, $145,000. Now, they get paid about $90,000, $95,000 in cash, paycheck, less deductions, of course, and the rest are benefits for retirement and health and holidays and all that stuff. Fascinating, absolutely fascinating to me. The auto unions, the UAW, are in negotiations right now with Ford, GM, and Chrysler, or Stellantis, for a new 4-year deal. They're looking for 40% more for the members, and they're going to get it. I think they're going to get it without any fanfare, really. The automotive executives have no leg to stand on to not pay these guys the money they're after, because in the case of the auto workers, as I've said before, these are tiered contracts. You have people who are newbies who get 16, 18 an hour. Then you've got, after a couple of years, 20, 21 an hour, and then 22, 24 an hour. These wages scale up to, I don't know, after 5 or so many years, whatever the number is, you finally reach the max. Auto workers make less than UPS drivers. It used to be, if you were an auto worker in Detroit, you made the most money of any unionized person practically in America. Like, not guaranteed, but pretty close. You were in the top 10% of wages and benefits in America and in Canada, by the way. A lot of car plants in Southern Ontario. If you were working at an auto plant, you had it going on. And you were an upper middle class North American. In Canada, what did that mean? If you were in Oshawa, Ontario, or Windsor, Ontario, and you worked for Ford, GM, or Chrysler, you made the kind of money that allowed you to afford a 3-bedroom house with an attached garage in any suburb in Canada, in Ontario. You likely had 2 cars in the family, one for the husband, one for the wife. You likely had a cottage getaway place in what we call Northern Ontario, in the Lakeland area, or you owned a couple of ski-doos and a trailer, and you enjoyed the middle class and upper middle class life. You got 4 or 5 weeks holiday a year. You would go to Florida 2 weeks every year. Maybe you drive down or you fly down. You lived the good life. You worked hard. You worked very hard. It was physically demanding work, but in your 20s and 30s and 40s, you put in your 20 years, 25 years at the auto plant. And if you were of any, you had talent and you had the ability to learn, you would be moving up in the organization, and you'd be in senior roles on the assembly line or within the complex of the auto plant. And you'd retire at age 50, 55. Now, how healthy you were at 50, 55 ran the gamut. I mean, we had auto workers that died at age 60 because their bodies were totally beaten up by the time they got there. But then there were other union members who lived to be into their 70s and 80s on retirement benefits. There was a time, if you were an auto worker in America and Canada, you were a winner. You were a full-blown out and out winner personally. Management made a ton of money. You made a ton of money, and you could afford to buy the car that you made. The cars that you made on the factory floor, you could afford to buy those and get a new one every 3-4 years. No problem at all. Everything changed with the rusting out of the Rust Belt when America and Canada lost all those factories, and North American businesses realized we cannot produce product in North America for North Americans anymore with decent profit margins, because the cost of labor is much higher here. The cost of environmental regulations is much more difficult. We have to adhere to pollution standards. We have to adhere to all kinds of regulations. You know what? Screw Ohio and Pennsylvania and Indiana and Ontario and whatever. Let's do a plant under contract with a factory group in South Korea or Taiwan or China or India or Pakistan or Bangladesh or wherever, second world, third world, and let's produce our product over there and then import it into Canada and the USA in container ships, and then just distribute it through our distribution center to our clientele. And a pen that would cost $15 if this was made in Ohio by unionized workers can now be brought into the United States for 49 cents, 79 cents, and can be retailed to consumers between $3.99 and $6.99 each. And instead of having to retail this for $15 to North Americans, we can retail this for $5.99 and make ourselves a killing. Why don't we do that? And the folks over in Cupertino went, why don't we make these by the millions in China through a contractor, Foxconn? We don't even own the factory. Those aren't our employees. Those are Foxconn employees. They have to adhere to Chinese work rules. Chinese work rules? There are no stinking work rules. You want to be a worker in China? Good God, have you last landed into the slave labor trade? North Americans are buying these phones $1,500 a pop, $1,000 each, whatever those prices are. But most North Americans don't pay that price for this device. They buy it on a phone plan. Just use it every month and pay so much a month and have unlimited calling. What a wonderful system this is. And so there are no factories in Canada, the USA, making a lot of what we love to use. We pay these entities. The driver that delivers your pen to you, you ordered a set of 6 pens for $19.99 or whatever it was, or you ordered a bunch of magic markers, you ordered a bunch of back to school supplies for your kids, high school kids, college kids, elementary kids. That product is coming from overseas and is being delivered to you by your local UPS or FedEx or other drivers who are being paid 20, 30, 40 bucks an hour. And there are some folks making $100,000 a year in salary plus benefits to bring you the boxes on your front porch. Those are the people that now have replaced the union workers in all the factories in North America. So one driver equals 1,000 jobs from a factory, because the jobs of all those people are overseas. And even overseas, where it's cheap to hire people, I mean, it's cheap. American and Canadian and European business people, engineers, analysts, IT professionals, all of our best trained talent have figured out we can build a world class factory in a third world country with robotics, and we can have third world employees maintain these robotics that we invented. And we can produce this thing, instead of producing it for 99 cents, we can produce it for 19 cents. We can make these for even less. All we have to do now is make sure that when we import this into America or Canada or Germany or France or wherever, we make sure as an organization that we bribe the politicians that need to be bribed with super PACs, so that we don't get nailed a very heavy import duty fee on importing this. Because what we don't want the government to understand is that this used to be made in Ohio for $2.99 a pop, and then we would retail them for $8.99 a pop. We now bring these in for 19 cents. We don't want the state of Ohio and the United States government to charge us $1 a pen in import duties because of the lost labor and jobs and markups and everything else that we've given away to the third world. We want to keep that for ourselves. We want to pay nothing for this and get top dollar from our American customers, Canadian customers, and not give any of it to the United States or Canadian government. And that's why there are lobbyists all over Washington on behalf of every industry you can imagine. They're all over the place. And if you don't think that Congress people and senators are being bombarded, and their associates, all the assistants of these senators and congresspeople are being inundated with analysts and consultants for their needs, think again. Sure, in America, there are lobbyists for the tobacco industry. There are lobbyists for the pharmaceutical industry. There's lobbyists for the gun industry. There's lobbyists for insurance. There's lobbyists for everything, including importers of merchandise. They don't want to pay anything if they don't have to. As little as they can get away with, they'll do it. And super PACs are powerful instruments to help people get reelected. And a politician that is addicted to getting reelected every 2 years as a congressman or 6 years as a senator, they're available for purchase. They're available to rent. And that's why every 2 years, congressmen have to raise millions of dollars to defeat their opposition to keep their Congress jobs. And that's why these folks are constantly raising money to stay alive. And it's coming off the backs of everybody. But making this and anything else like these overseas is a wonderful way to go. I mean, this little thing right here, a toe clipper, a nail clipper, you can buy this at Walmart for like $1.99. You can't make this in America for $1.99. There's no way you can assemble it, distribute it, source it. There's no way. This would be a $9.99 item at your local Rite Aid or Walgreens or Walmart store. This would be a $9.99 piece instead of $2.99 or $3.99. This is made for 15 cents, maybe, in China or somewhere else. That's the way of the world. This clipper right here, this little scissor thingy, you don't make this in the United States. We don't make them in Canada. There is no factory that can make it right now unless it starts up from scratch. It's that ridiculous. This used to all be USA product, Canada-made product, top quality by skilled people or dedicated people. It's now made by slave labor overseas in third worlds. And that's the way of the world right now. Welcome to 2023. Kids, look, if you're getting $3,000 a month from the U.S. government in Social Security benefits as a couple, and you only have to pay $1.99 for this thing, $2 at Staples, or at the dollar store, you pay $2, which I find funny. The 99-cent store has stuff for $4.99. you are supporting American businesses. Of course, there's a retailer who's American, likely, or maybe it's an immigrant that runs the store, but they're paying U.S. taxes, Canadian taxes, property taxes, business taxes, paying rent, utilities. I mean, they're contributing to the economy locally. Of course, they are. Nothing unpatriotic about that. The merchandise, however, that they're bringing in to sell to you for $4.99, $3.99, $2.99 cannot possibly be made in the United States or in Canada. It's impossible financially to do it. So maybe it's made in Latin America, maybe it's Mexico or other Latin American countries, South American countries perhaps, African countries, very little, but Asia for sure. And at the end of the day, the factories that used to be all over the Northeast USA are now hulks. If they're still standing, they're ruins. Most communities have found ways to demolish them because they're a danger, because these abandoned buildings are basically fire traps, rat traps, and everything else. They've been bulldozed. And for many of you who are 40 and younger, you never saw the Northeast of the United States at its heyday in the 50s and the 60s, where lunch bucket workers were coming into work every day with their lunch in their hands, making a middle wage life for themselves, funding your education, funding you and others like you for your futures. This could have been your grandparents, could have been your parents, could have, depending how old you are, how young you are. Those jobs are all gone. And fair enough, there are grandparents out there who you ask today, would you have wanted me to have a job in the factory that you worked in? They would look at you and go, no, I would not want you to have had my job. What I did for 30 years, making refrigerators and freezers and stoves and whatever, funded my children, your parents, and got them into a college. And some of them graduated beautifully. Some are deadbeats. It's life. It's just life. But you know what? I funded the potential success of my children. One of the kids joined the factory. 3 of the kids went elsewhere and moved up the chain. And then you showed up. You're the grandchild. Here you are, and you're never going to work in conditions like I worked in. But that was the 60s and the 50s. Just came out of the war, man. What do you want? There was no such thing as IT jobs in 1955. This all came down the line. And we are what we are. We are where we are, and we do what we do in the environment we're in. It's not our fault. It's a situation we got. And this old man gets to talk into a computer in a bedroom in an apartment in Calgary to his viewers and followers. And he never thought in the 70s that he would be doing this. I mean, this is the future, man. This is unthinkable in high school for me to do what I'm doing right now. Unfathomable. And yet here I am. What an inspiration for me, Jennifer and I, to be able to help guide you folks in your futures. We hope positively. We believe financially positively. We keep getting told that we're making a difference in your lives, and we're thrilled about it, to say the least. We want to keep it going. I have to keep reminding you, or I have to mention to you, I feel it's my obligation to get you to understand how in the world did we get to where we are right now? How is 2023 possible? How did we get here, and why? And what had to happen? And what is this world really about? Because the fallout from the Rust Belt story that I just talked to you about continues. It hasn't stopped. It is continuing on. This entire world of ours now has become a supply chain world. And through COVID, you saw it yourselves in the last 2-3 years. You saw inflation go from 0 to 12 to 15%. Unbelievable. But how is that possible? It's because we don't make this in Ohio anymore, okay? We don't make almost everything in our homes. Walk around your house one day I defy you. Find items in your home that are made in America, that are made in Canada. Good luck. Your television, your stereo, your couch, the kitchen, the dining room chairs, your dining room table, the carpet in your house, the linoleum on your floors, the windows, the kitchen appliances, everything in the kitchen. When you go to your local Costco store, why don't you walk up and down the home section? When you're one of you goes shopping for clothes and the other one goes shopping for something else. The clothes shopper, take a look at the label of all the clothing in a Costco, in Target, in Walmart. I dare you to find made in America. You want to go up and down the appliance section, kitchen appliance section of a Costco? Go ahead, find made in America anything. Good luck with it. How important is it to Costco and that $500 stock of Costco, the Walmart stock at $160, $170 a share, the number one employer in America, Walmart? How important is it to those guys that containers of goods comes into the United States from second and third world countries, whether they're coming in by ship or by truck or by train? It's coming in, and it is not made in America. I need you to understand how interrelated we are with everything else. If there are political tensions between the United States and China, that's one level of issues. But it comes down to the next level. What if this escalates further, and now it is illegal for any American corporation or any corporation, period, to import goods into the United States from anything made in China? This item right here is the first one on the list for this would be a problem for a lot of people. We are interrelated with these other countries like you cannot believe. Why does Jamie Dimon go in his private jet with the JP Morgan to Hong Kong and Shanghai to negotiate multi-billion-dollar financing deals, hundreds of billions of dollars financing deals, and have a staff over there? It's the money, baby. It's the dough. There's this interaction between these countries you cannot believe. Europe and China, South America and China, Canada, China, US, China. The Canada-US relationship is the biggest in the world. Phenomenal wealth going back and forth between the two of us. Americans make a ton of money off of Canadians. Canadians make a ton of money off of Americans. We lift each other up to higher levels. The rest of the world is envious. They can't believe how good we have it. We don't recognize it. We're too close to the fire. It's just so hot. We don't understand how incredible this is. This world is a complicated world. But 2023 exists, and we're in it. And you guys have got to build your wealth to be able to retire. Whether you're 53 and you're going to be 65 in 12 years, you're 33 and you're going to be 65 in 32 years, the time is now to get your butt in order and build your own wealth, because no one is going to help you with this. You're up against AI as your new enemy. I hate to tell you, but AI can make you money today in the investment world, but it's your enemy down the road. It's going to eliminate jobs, either yours, your spouse's, your children's, friends, relatives. There will be people in your family directly affected by AI going forward. Now, some of you will benefit from AI because you are software creators. You are the ones generating the AI systems. You're getting paid handsomely to create AI, whatever. But others of you are going to get hit badly by it. And if you're here and you're learning how to build wealth on your own as a self-managed portfolio manager, you don't need a day job. You're not going to need a day job. And in effect, you can, quote, retire as a full-time employee of yourself. And I think that's the big objective around here. A lot of you are thinking, boy, Bruce, if you can help me quit my day job in the next year or two, and this would be great, because I will just self-manage my own wealth from the comfort of my own house, wherever I'm traveling to, whatever I'm doing. and I'm kind of retired, but I'm not. I'm working, managing my own affairs, but I'm not working for anyone else but me. This is the retirement I dream about. Because the idea of you sitting at home and getting a check every week or 2 weeks or once a month from your pension plan, that you're going to retire off of your corporate pension plan, and when the check comes rolling in, and then you're going to get in your car and drive downtown to your bank and deposit it with the teller, take out $300 in cash and leave the rest there, and then go home and write checks to the power company and all that. That's so 1970s. That's so 1990s. That doesn't exist anymore. That world doesn't exist. You now get your pension electronically transferred into your account, and you electronically pay your bills. Mail? You want the power bill to be mailed to you? Are you out of your mind? The power bill is in your phone. Check the app, make the payments, and shut the hell up. This is the new retirement. There's no such thing as the old, go to the bank anymore. So those days are over. Right now, retirees are trying to figure out how to get their health care, stay alive. VA veterans are going to the VA hospitals. All others are going to wherever they have to go for health care to stay alive and stay healthy, and just hoping that their money goes far enough to get them to the next week, the next month, the next year, because they're seeing their expenses go up every place, and their income coming in has been capped on these retirement plans. And every month, seniors are getting poorer. Every month. Most seniors are losing buying power every 30 days. Snippet at a time, but it adds up. And when they get into their 80s and 90s, children have to step in, grandchildren have to step in to help grandma and grandpa, because they don't have enough. And they worked all their lives. They got their kids through college. They bailed their kids out when they made mistakes as adults. They were there for them when they got divorced. They were there when they needed a babysitter. They were there when someone got hurt. They were there the whole time. And when they reach a certain age, their buying power is so weak that they now need help from the family to get by. And many of them have the family, but a lot of them have no family, or have been abandoned by the family, or long ago the estrangement was done and repairs weren't made. And there are homeless people in Canada, America, elsewhere, who have a zillion different stories of woe, sadness, and hard luck stories. You name it. I'm just saying to you guys, you got to take the bull by the horns right now and take control of your life, and don't get caught in any of these 1 in a million factors that screws you up down the road. There's too many of these stories out there. Build your wealth, and build it now, and do it smartly. And so welcome all of you to the show, the channel. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for the thumbs ups. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for your undying support. I appreciate it. Beach Boy, Uncle Bruce, Rklb, January 5, cash secured puts. I wrote for 116. Any thought of a nice stinky to buy these back? That would be a pretty good idea to consider. Rklb, let me see if I can get this to work on my big ass iPad, because Rklb had a good morning this morning. How's it looking now? Rklb closed at 666 yesterday, now 721 first thing in the morning. We open in 15 minutes. So the $5 cash secured puts are obviously 221 out of the money. All right, wonderful. This is good stuff. These are January's. So let's take a look at Jan 24 $5 cash secured puts. And as of last night, if my big ass iPad would kindly wake up, here it goes. It's coming. I'm waiting for the damn thing to load up. We'll find out what it was doing here. There we go. The $5 cash secured put, 35.45 was last night's quote. The $4 cash secured put was 15 to 25. The $3 cash secured put was 5 to 20 cents. So we're up 55 cents this morning. So the likelihood is that these will likely be in the low 20s. So you might put in a 22 cent bid, and and see if you can get them back down there. Something like that. Mr. Generosity, 22 cents is maybe what you may want to try and see if they come to you, and play it from there. Otherwise, you can wait and not do anything in the first 5 minutes and just see what their range is. They might be reluctant to go under 25 cents. They might be 25.35, even though they were 35.45 last night. On the other hand, they may well be under 25. And if you're a 22 cent bidder, top end, I would say 26 cents max right now. These still have until January to live. So they're not dying tomorrow, but they're out of the money further this morning, and that's the best thing. All right. So that's what I'd be doing. Hawkeye is number 90 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Matthew, number 93, appreciate that too. Those of you who are talking to each other, thank you for being here and hanging out with each other. I appreciate it all. It's great to see you. We've got lots of folks here saying hi to each other. We have a number of lurkers who are here who are not members saying hi to us, which is great. Kelly is here. Hi, Kelly Haston. How are you today? Nice to have you here. Larry Titus is in the house. Bama Babe is here. D.H. Ruda, Nucio is here. Welcome, one and all. A special shout out today to Luca. We got together, Jen and I, with Luca yesterday, had a wonderful meal at our favorite steakhouse here in Calgary. And it was just a pleasure to meet Luca in person from Italy, Italia. And it was fantastic. It was just a great experience. I don't see him here yet this morning. I'm not surprised. We went home early yesterday because I get up early to do this. Alberto, I'm here. You can begin now. Good morning, Bagel Familia. Good morning, Alberto. How are you, my friend? Nice to see you all here. It's great stuff. Love it. Those of you who are members of this channel, you know how much I love you. If you're a Gold Bagel member, yes, baby, you are the cream of the crop here. No question about it. Tonight, 6 o'clock Eastern time this evening, Primetime Live with Uncle Bruce. Gold Bagel members only. Upgrade your membership to a Gold Bagel level. You'll be getting the invite. You can watch the rerun anytime you want. Those of you who have never been a member of this channel or used to be a member at one time, consider re-upping and join in on the Gold Bagel level. You can join us every Wednesday at 6 o'clock Eastern. And, of course, every day here, 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern time for the pre-alert show, just for Gold Bagel members. Thank you all for being here. Bagel says, I'm reporting for duty. I'm here reporting for duty. Zero Oz is here. How you doing, pal? Good morning, Uncle Bruce. How you doing, pal? Nice to see you here. Yippee-ki-yay is here, talking all kinds of stuff here with Splair and everybody else. Cindy B is here. Good morning. And Sell My House Fast Enough on Marlboro. Good morning, Uncle Bruce. Number 109 on the thumbs up meter. Hello, Mr. Peepers. JJ. Good morning, Uncle B. Bobby, I wrote on Monday too. DraftKings September 134s for 92 cents. How are they going for you? Hope you're making a nice little return there. Welcome one and all to the channel, the show, and trying to make some dough. It's great to have you all here, and thank you all for popping through. DraftKings is 31.71. Bobby wrote 34s. Nice going. Yeah, I got a buyback stink in for 27 cents. Nice move. Nice little profit, buddy. That helps pay for classes and one-on-ones and all that. Nicely done, buddy. Nicely done indeed. Yes, we're going to see how the markets want to open today, see what's going on here. We are looking at, let's take a look here. Rocket Lab, I still see at approximately 720 a share now, up 54. We broke a little higher than that earlier today. We'll see how that plays as the day wears on. 281,000 traded so far. The Dow's up 20 points. S&P up 6. NASDAQ up 1975. Crude up 87 cents a barrel right now. All righty, there it is. That's where we're at right now. Everybody, nice to have you with us, and great to see you all. Let's take a peek at some of the pre-market numbers on some of our other favorites. Got Rocket Lab at 720, up 54. SoFi is unchanged. GameStop up 11 cents to 20.85. Matterport down 2 pennies. 23andMe is not trading yet, I don't think. Spire 70 odd cents. ATIP 750 a share. SmartRent 362 last night. Don't know if we're trading yet. We've got Apple up $1, Goldman down 26 cents, Cisco is up 3 cents, Tesla up $1.39. It's back to 251. Arc Innovations unchanged. Microsoft ahead by 34 cents, lost $4 yesterday. Pfizer up 8 cents to 35.72. HBQ is up 7 cents to 33.15. Google is sitting at 132.30, up 46 cents. Amazon up 18 cents, lost 228 yesterday. It's back to 140. Nvidia lost 750 yesterday. It's down $1.80 to $444. Unity Software down 40 cents. AI is up 8 to 36.08. Adobe's up 54 cents, and the SPY spiders are sitting at 449.36, up 61 cents. That's the story. Those of you who have triple Qs and spiders expiring today and or tomorrow and Friday, I know you're watching the markets very closely. You always do. And you'll note that in the last little bit here, yesterday, today, we seem to have kind of stabilized a little bit. We're sort of a lot calmer right now. We're not as volatile as we were a couple of days ago, and that's a good sign. Again, those of you who are interested in iron condor trading, you're looking for stability, you're looking for calmness, but you're willing to play a condor even on a volatile stock as long as you have a wide enough spread to stay out of danger. That way, all of your contracts expire worthless. You keep the credit that you were paid right up front on a very little margin requirement. Nicely done. There are people here who are being very conservative with their iron condors and are being well rewarded with very decent returns every 2 days, 3 days, every week. Some folks here are bringing in 20, 30, 40% returns on their money for just a week exposure, or in the case of index iron condors, less. I mean, 1 or 2 days. Fabulous. Keep up the good work and don't be stopping. Love it. Let's see. What else is going on? Bruce, you're delayed. Uncle Bruce, DraftKings is 29.68 so far. Oh man, I must have missed something here. Sorry about that. They do things behind my back. Let's see. What was that again? Where am I here? That is. Oh, sorry. Wait a second. Just give me a second here. DKNG. What do we got here? DKNG. There we go. 28.89 down 282. Oh my goodness. Right on, pal. You're going to be laughing on that stink bit for sure. Well done, sir. You'll be looking at a bunch of buybacks there. Okay, got it. I appreciate that, my friend. I do not have 15 quote machines going here at the same time. I got my computer, I got my big ass iPad, I got my phone, and my phone is locked into last night's close. That's all I've got there. So I don't have everything that some of you have. So help me out from time to time. Keep me posted on what's going on. Maria is in the house. Good morning. 117 thumbs up. Thank you, Maria, for being here. We're opening for trading in 6 minutes. Credit Savage, Matterport has a good earnings report, Uncle Bruce. People aren't buying. Why? I mean, better for me. I can buy it cheap, but I'm just curious. I know Matterport and SmartRent came out with great numbers yesterday. Their stocks are not benefiting from it yet. Rocket Lab is benefiting from a good report. 721 up 55. That stock has got press. It's got analysts. It's got followers. But the other two yet quiet, and they are a bargain, no doubt about it. Hot Wing Mike, Uncle Bruce, average down on Archer, ACHR to 3. It popped to almost 7 on fear of missing out. Good news, I sold covered calls Jan, 24, $7 strike, and I got $1.70. Nice job. Splair, not enough attention at Matterport. Welcome, Splair. BW, nice suckers with FOMO. Way to go, BW says. Let's see. Lack of analysis. BW, I'm on no sleep. No sleep. You don't know what it's like in there all night long. Things are cracking and creaking, and that red light's burning my brain. Mr. Premium of the Option, 122 thumbs ups. Thank you, my friend, for the thumbs up. Splair, BW, what are you doing? He's on no sleep. No No sleep. Oh my, the Seinfeld references keep coming. At the moment, with 4 minutes to go before we open for trading, the Dow is down 2 points. S&P is up 4. NASDAQ is up 15. That's what we have at the moment. UPS downgraded to neutral from buy at UBS. So far, that's what I've got. 7:15 on Rocket Lab, and I don't know what the cause of the dip is for the Dow and the rest of the markets. If we see something, I'll let you know. Not sure if there's any actual comment anywhere or any kind of depiction of info. I don't know. So if anyone sees it, you let me know what you think. Let me know what you see and what you hear. We're down 1 point on the Dow. We're up 3.7 on S&P, 13 on NASDAQ. Oil up $1 a barrel. That is the story right at this second, everybody. Welcome all to the show, the chat. 3 minutes to go before we start trading on the markets. And it's a mixed bag. Larger issues are green, more or less. Some red, but not a lot of negative here. There aren't many losers of any seriousness here. This market is pretty well, very mixed, but fractional gains and losses. I'll just say it that way at the moment. Okay. BW Kenny. Credit Savers, Uncle Bruce, I sold 2 Robolex $20 cover calls in March when the stock went to $43. The premium was $25.50. Today, it may go to $14. Buy them back, or just let's see what happens until January. If you're making a serious profit, you got to take it. I don't know what to tell you. Judge Zilla, everyone knows that Stummers Bruce is the pocket of Big Bagel. Is in the pocket of Big Bagel. I don't know what that means, but welcome to the show. Maria, Alberto, I have not yet, but they're on my watch list here. What else is going on? Everyone's talking to everybody else. It's all good. Thank you again for being here, guys. It's great having you. Please consider becoming a member of this channel. Would love to have you join us as a Chillin' member or Gold Bagel member. Remember tonight, 6 o'clock Eastern, Primetime Live with Uncle Bruce for Gold Bagel members. We'll talk iron condors and whatever else you're up to and how your markets are doing for you and try to figure out what you should do next on your next move. Looking forward to that. We've gone now member-only content here. Please become a member and join us. We'd love to have you as part of the family here with Stock Markets with Bruce. Welcome those of you from around the world who are here today. Great to have you. 128 thumbs ups are now in the house. Is that beautiful or what? I love you guys. Thank you all so very much for being here with us today. 128 thumbs ups and counting. Thank you guys. We're on the way, moving higher on that count as well. All right, we're about to trade. 1 minute away. We're at 7:39 on Rocket Lab, up 73 cents. Little surge coming in right now on the stock. We love it. Keep it going. And I hope some of you, all of you, have a very profitable day today. 28.79 on DraftKings, 28.71, down $3. Interesting stuff. The bells will be rung here in a moment, and we thank you. Maria, I'm looking forward to Bruce, Primetime with Uncle Bruce. Popping up to 7:39, says Splair on Rocket Lab. Plug cash secured puts are lovely, says Alberto. Larry Titus, bingo. There goes the bells. We are open for trading. We're here and we're ready to roll. Let's see what the market brings you guys today. Nothing but wealth and riches, I hope. Thank you all for joining me today, and good luck to you all. Rocket Lab yesterday was $6.66 a share, and Rocket Lab now is $7.47 a share, up 87 cents, 81 cents. Make that to start the morning. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. May I have another? We love a nice little surge on Rocket Lab. Well deserved, and this stock is still cheap for the kind of generation of wealth that they're building on right now. It is phenomenal. In any event, welcome, JR. The bells. Thank you, Larry. And White Feather, I hear bells. We are running. We are open. and we're here to see how the markets want to react right now. All right, welcome one and all to the show. Great to have you. We're off about 16, 19 points on the Dow as an early report. Just about even on S&P, up one on NASDAQ, oil up $1. Wait to see how everything comes out here. 717 now, Rocket Lab up 54 after starting off at 747. We had a quote at a trade it. Very interesting sessions, and we'll see how this plays out as the day wears on. Giddy up, you guys. AI down 32 cents, NVIDIA down $5. SoFi down 11 to 920. GameStop off a penny. Down now down a point, 1 point. Spiders are up 17 cents. Rocket Lab 697 to 709, depending on which quote machine you look at. We're all over the map right now. And let's see what else is going on. Okay. Roblox misses on earnings. The video GameStop sinks is a headline. And U.S. stocks open flat after Tuesday's sell-off as investors await July inflation data. Yes, all waiting for that because the inflation data will tell us what the Fed might do with interest rates for the next meeting coming up. We'll find out, and we'll see just where inflation is or is not at the moment. My thinking is with the pay raises being done here, with American workers getting larger pay packets, this will fuel inflation at a certain point, at a certain level. So it won't go away. It's not going to 2%. Believe me, it's not going down to 2%. I just see the Fed holding rates where they are, maybe a little higher from here, and then they stay there for a year or two, not a month or two, a year or two. That's the pain trade that people don't want to talk about. Wall Street does not want to go there. That is not what they want anyone think. But you heard it here first. It's definitely going to happen. I don't see rates going down at all anywhere for quite some time. This is going to be a problem for earnings for certain entities out there. They're going to be under pressure to make money. Banks might have a field day with it. They might do really well with it. SoFi is going to do great. But industrial stocks, companies, may or may not do so well. Housing, with 7.5% mortgages, I don't know how housing is going to boom anywhere. That's my opinion on it. We'll see. We're down 29 on the Dow. We're down 1.5 on S&P, and we're down about 7 now on NASDAQ. That's what we see at this second in time. Rocket Lab back to 668. We were at 666 last night. 668 right now, only up 2 cents on, I'm not even sure what volume we've got going on in Rocket Lab. Is this just an attack from a short seller, or is this someone getting blown out? I have no idea. 994,000 come through. We'll see what the shakeout looks like and see if it pops to $8 later this afternoon. I don't know. Can't make this stuff up, you guys. These markets sometimes do not react rationally. What can I tell you? Matterport is down 4.8 cents. Smart Rent down 14 cents. We got ATIP down 28. Rocket Lab now unchanged, 666. NVIDIA down 678. AI down 51. SoFi down 7. GameStop down 11 cents. The triple Qs are up 24. Spiders are up 31. The Dow up 10. So the Dow has turned to go higher, and some stocks have gone negative. You'll go figure. That's this market. Tesla down 51 cents. Apple's up 42 to 180 again. Google up 26. Moderna down 6 to 99.68. Cisco's up 6. Pfizer's up 8 cents. IBM up 16 cents. HPQ down 26. Microsoft up 68. ME down 8 cents. Amazon down 38 cents. Spire down 1 penny. Home Depot up down 74. Vanik down 36. Netflix down 17 cents. Adobe down 88. Goldman down 113. Boeing up 2 cents. Facebook down 47. Target is up 25 cents. JP Morgan down 90. Costco up $4. Walmart down 39. Walmart up 39. Disney up 70. American Airlines up 3. DraftKings down 194 to 29.77. Way to go to Bobby on picking back your calls. Z Estate, the UPSD after earnings dropped like a stone. Splair and Rklb lost it all while I only made $20 on the day trade. Zed, good morning. Wing Commander, quick update on my iron condors. Triple Qs gave me a few more gray hairs yesterday, scraped through and booked a 90% profit because Uncle Bruce keeps banging on about ensuring a big enough spread between puts and calls. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. You are welcome, Wing Commander. Well done. This is how you earn it. You earn it. 15 more Iron Condors expiring today, right on, Wing Commander. You keep it going, buddy. This is good stuff. A number of you are doing the Iron Condors on the indexes. You make sure you have wide spreads. You bring in credits when you can. Coming into expiry, take advantage of swings on these indexes. Absolutely. Beautiful stuff. Interesting morning, to say the least. As always, we're down 8 points on the Dow, down a third of a point on S&P, down 9 on NASDAQ. A very quiet opening at the moment. Pretty flat line. Zeta State, Bruce, I'm number 135 on your thumbs up meter. Cindy B, Uncle Bruce, I have an Iron Condor on Tesla for August the 18th. So that's 9 days from now, next week, Friday. My low is 240 with Tesla at 249. Is there a place I should think about adjusting my Iron Condor? Well, at this level here, you probably have calls way up there that have really gone out of the money. You may want to be dropping your calls to bring in another credit. So if you can buy back your written call and sell the long call, and then create a new position at a lower level, keeping the same spread between the written one and the long one, you want to bring in capital. On the put side, what you're noticing, I'm sure on all four contracts, you're noticing shrinkage. And the hope is that even though the stock is lower, the puts have also dropped in value because they're losing time. Now, you're not dying tomorrow. You die a week tomorrow. So you've got quite a bit of time left here. You don't have to make a hurry up move. But if you did move your calls lower, you likely will bring in more cash. And that might be the only move you have to make for now. Just bring an additional bunch of capital by rolling your calls closer in to the market. Keeping a distance, but, bringing it. I don't know which ones you have. There you go. Richard Carlin, Bruce, number 136. Thank you, Richard, for 136 thumbs up. Wing Commander, in numbers, after less than a week, over 1,000 in profits, which would pay for 7 classes. Way to go, Wing Commander. Way to go. This says it all. Folks, you want to watch my classes, they're $150 a class. Wing Commander's made $1,000 this week. That's 7 of them right there. That's 14 hours of your time to watch them all. So very few of you watch 7 classes in a week. I don't think any of you do that. These pay for themselves. These classes will pay you back handsomely. You've got to make the investment to yourself to want to learn how to do what it is that's being done here. Join the party, become option writers, whether you're just writing covered calls, poor man covered calls, whether you're doing cash secured puts, whether you're doing Iron Condors. Classes are there for you, and I'm here to talk to you about it. You can always look me up for a one-on-one if you want, a private session, just you and I on camera in a private mode, and I record it, and I send you the recording of our one-on-one, which you can watch again and again and again, so that if you are asking me for specific what to do, how to do, you've got it to rewatch whenever you want. These one-on-ones can also become very valuable for you. And I appreciate those of you who make the move to get the classes, look me up for one-on-ones, and are here to make money. Wing Commander, this is awesome stuff. So many of you have found out that making 1,000 a week is not a big deal. This is easily done. Man, not bad. Splair, 2 to 3 classes are enough for 1 week, man. Holy crap. There you go. Congrats, everyone, and welcome to the party. Great to have you here. I just want you guys to get richer and not be caught in this retirement nightmare that so many people in North America have found themselves in the last 5-10 years. There are horror stories out there, some of which you know people in the situation who were going to retire comfortably. We're going to travel with their significant other. They were going to do hobbies. They were going to learn to sail. They were going to go golfing. They were going to whatever. And in the last 10 years of their working lives, they realized they're nowhere near liquid enough to do anything like that in retirement. And so many people got ill in their 50s and early 60s. They lost their prime health, and all of a sudden they're homebound, bedridden, or walking with crutches, and they can't do what they thought they could do. And to make matters worse, they are financially insecure. You cannot get caught in that trap. You just can't. And there's only one way out. You've got to build your wealth to the point where you can survive any kind of calamity out there, so that at least you can afford to live a life much more comfortably and hopefully enjoy the active retirement that you deserve to have. You got to do it yourself, though. I'm telling you again and again and again, do what Wing Commander does, what Cindy is doing, what Zed Estate is doing, do what White Feather is doing, JR, Larry Titus, Alberto, Maria Powell. They're here for a reason, They're not here to waste their time. These folks, BW and others, Beach Boy and so many others, they are here to make money and to build their comfort levels. And they're not going to count on some mystical manager of some kind that is going to miraculously give them some kind of a financial return, some kind of a lottery win or something like that. If you're thinking of winning the Powerball to change your life, think again. You got to do it yourself, man. You've got to do it yourselves. Anyway, there you go. Thank you, everybody. Manager 139, dude. Okay, Uncle Bruce, my prof in the last week is 12 lessons. I made enough money to pay for 12 lessons in the last week. You do that every week, you can make a nice living around here. Not bad. And this is early days. It's only going to get better. Manager, someone in Florida won 1.58 billion Mega Millions. Well, I hope I have to get lucky on SoFi. There you go. 916 on SoFi. GameStop down 12. We've got AI down 72. NVIDIA off 1080. Rocket Lab is up 3 cents. 669 right now on Rocket Lab. The volume now 670 last trade. 1.58 million is where we're at right now. We'll see what happens here with analysts and going forward. But to me, this Rocket Lab is a joke down here. Absolute joke. This company is a $15, $20 stock. No doubt in my mind. They are well on their way to profitability and beyond. They're not just going to become barely profitable. They're going to be ungodly profitable. But the market today is just not buying into it for whatever the reason. I cannot speak on behalf of the stock market. It's just an opportunity to get in here. That's all I can say. Cash secured put writers, writing 6s and 5s. Now is your chance if you get your hands on some decent returns. Nice stuff, dude. Way to go, pal. Way to make 12 lessons worth of money this week. Well done. I hope those of you doing iron condors are happy with how they're working out. I hope you're comfortable with how they're going. I hope you're beginning to become more comfortable with the entire position, and you're comfortable making rollovers and so on. Well done. You need to learn how to fold your arms and be patient and allow markets to fluctuate. That's all you got to learn to do. Once you've taken your positions in your condors, you just sit back and watch depreciation. That is the name of the game. Panic is not a word in your vocabulary. You have to be very calm and ruthless and calculated with your moves. But you can make a lot of money doing the condor game if you set yourself up right mentally for it. Thank you, all of those of you who reached out to me and asked me questions on your condors. You let me know how you're doing on them, and you've been keeping me posted on how it's going for you. If I'm able to help you with some advice, I'm happy to do it. We kind of go from there. All right. Right now, the market is off not a lot. 21 points on the Dow, 21, 23. S&P down 6 points. NASDAQ down 59. We're down 0.05 of a percentage point on the Dow. That's the best performer. S&P down 0.13. and NASDAQ down 0.43. That's what we got right now on these markets. Oil is up 84 cents right now as we speak. There you have it. Thank you all. Dude, I had a little bit of a hiccup with 2 iron condors, but of the 16 I've done, 14 brought in 70 to 90% of the premium here. Spare, Uncle Bruce, I received today, by the way, the permission for credit spreads. We'll contact you probably later already after rewatching the class, but I'm looking already at on one. Manager, Uncle Bruce, UPSD is another bank similar to SoFi, is getting hammered. Would it be worth writing cash secure puts on it? I have no idea. I don't know anything about them. I cannot give you an opinion on something I don't know. Cindy B, I might have missed this, Uncle Bruce, but if I want to roll my calls in the Iron Condor, do I roll or buy back and then buy back and sell the call separately? It depends on your platform. Now, you might have your platform where you can go into your trades and you may want to make an adjustment to the contracts you have. This is what you're trying to do, is you're trying to adjust the existing contracts you have. They may have a pre-created rollover button for iron condors on any one of those contracts. I don't know. I don't know who you're using. I don't go into these platforms because I'm not a trader. You're going to have to do some investigating there. You may actually look up on YouTube, believe it or not, you might find on YouTube a video from your broker on how to do what you're asking me how to do. Now, it might be a video inside their website that you can also get at through your laptop or desktop. But check it out, definitely. Sell my house fast. Hi, Uncle Bruce. Can you talk about the ER for Rklb and ME last night? Can you talk about the earnings? I did already. We went into that. You've missed it. Rklb was very good. ME, I didn't follow it last night. I have to admit, I didn't follow it. I was watching Matterport and I was watching Smart Rent yesterday. Following that, but I didn't dig into ME last night. I didn't see any headlines come at me. But I also have to admit, I was not here last night and sit in front of my computer all night long looking for this info. So I don't have any info for you at this point. Zed Estate manager, I would not write cash secure puts on UPST. Waiting for the bottom, says Zed. We're up 2 now on the Dow. The Dow just went green. S&P down 2. The Dow's now up 6. NASDAQ down 46. So the market is flipping with the Dow going higher at the moment. Oil is now up 90 cents a barrel. That is what's going on there. Let me take a peek, if I can, at ME. Their stock is trading now at 163 range, off 11 cents, I guess. Looking at anything here. Let's see. June, July, August. Berenberg Bank keeps their buy rating on 23andMe. That's a headline that's come through. 23andMe financial results were released at 4:05 p.m. And they reaffirmed full-year guidance and raised full-year guidance for net loss and adjusted deficits. And a quote, the company made solid progress in its past quarter across both our therapeutics and consumer businesses, says Ann Wojcicki, a co-founder of CEO of 23andMe. We exited the exclusive drug discovery phase of our GSK collaboration in a strong position to capitalize on new partnerships and opportunities to work with a number of biotech companies on genetics-based drug discovery. I think this GlaxoSmithKline, the GSK collaboration proved the success of our approach to drug discovery, producing more than 50 programs with targets discovered or validated through 23andMe database. We look forward to leveraging our unique database along with the advancements in AI and ML to further advance therapeutic programs at 23andMe, both independently and with collaborators. So there's all kinds of talk there. And I just want to, I'm going to go through all the talk. Total revenue for 3 months was $61 million compared to $65 million for the same period a year ago, down 6%. The decrease primarily driven by lower consumer services revenue as we focused on driving improved margins through higher average selling prices and marketing efficiency, reducing advertising spend and discounting windows, resulting in lower volumes of personal kits. This is partially offset by growth in our subscription and research services revenue from GSK collaboration and other third parties. Operating expenses for the 3 months were $140 million compared to $115 million from a year ago. The increase in the 3 months was primarily due to a $22 million non-cash stock-based compensation expense, non-cash stock-based associated with the acceleration of an equity grant in connection with the termination of an employee and continued investment in therapeutics portfolio advancements, partially offset by reductions in marketing advertising spend aimed to improve advertising efficiency and as noted previously. Net loss of 3 months, $105 million versus $90 million. The increase was primarily attributed to a higher operating expenses, including an equity award acceleration as noted above. So there was some kind of a stock compensation deal they had to write off. Adjusted EBITDA for the 3 months was a deficit of $50 million compared to $50 million before. Balance sheet, they have cash and equivalents of $314 million in cash compared to $387 million last year. So they're cash rich, debt probably nothing. And they're growing their business and trying to reduce compensation or expenses. I think also what's going on here, again, I'm reading between the lines, is it sounds like what they're up to is they're not interested in selling as many kits for sale on a discount. They were doing a kit promotion and they were offering them at a lower price and a lot of marketing and advertising to build a number of genetic test results to add to their library. Well, they've reached a certain level of millions and millions and millions of these, and I think they're quite happy with the amount they have now. So now they're not going to spend a ton of dough to sell kits and sell kits for a discount. That means their margins for every kit they do sell is higher. They just won't sell as many as. Where they're expecting to make their money, however, is not from kit sales. The money they're going to make is from the probably allowing access to companies like GlaxoSmithKline and other large pharmaceuticals, access to their database of all the genetic samples that they've put together, which are millions. And that is where future drugs are coming from that will give them future royalties as well. So this is a long-term, serious game plan that these guys have put together. They have $300+ million in cash. They're not going anywhere. They're going to be just fine. The market cap of the company is $821 million. Cash on hand is $320 million. So you can just see the value of this thing. It's cheap, super cheap. This is, to me, this is Apple after Steve Jobs came back to take over Apple and bring it to the next level. That's what this is. This stock at 160, 150, 180, $2. This is dirt cheap stock now before the market one day realizes what these guys will become. And it's possible, I'm not guaranteeing it, but it wouldn't surprise me that one day, just one day, we will wake up and see a headline that an activist investment group has picked up 20% of the stock on the open market, or 8% or 15% or whatever. And they're going to come out and say, this stock is way undervalued, and we're going to expose this company for what it really can become. And the next thing you know, you got a $6, $8 stock. And that's just the first salvo. The end game for this thing, triple-digit company. I believe it. I really do. If any one drug is created because of the genetic footprints that these guys have, all this genetic material, the biggest in the world, the largest on the planet, any one drug for Alzheimer's, cancer, whatever disease, these guys stand to inherit and collect probably billions in royalties forever. Billions. And this will change the whole outlook of the stock. The stock won't be considered, a little kit generic company, because that's all it is. Right now, people think that that's all these guys are, a generic little kit, um, um, figure out your family history company. That's all they are. They don't understand the big picture, the deep picture. Why are so many people into this? And why did so much smart money get into this? Even at $10, they bought in because they're in for 10 years, 15 years, not for 15 months. I can't justify the stock at these prices. I can't defend it. They are where they are. The market is what it is. And that's the end of it. The market has today made its decision where stocks are. Rocket Lab is underpriced. SoFi is underpriced. But that's my opinion, not the market's opinion. And you have to decide yourselves where you want to be in this thing, if at all. That's all I can tell you. All right. Welcome all, welcome all, welcome all, welcome all, welcome all. What else is happening here? Okay, Beach Boy, Uncle Bruce, Stinky, 22 cents. January 5 cash secure puts are out there. Thank you. Meanwhile, got some AI and wrote $35 cover calls for $1.06 for 2 days expiry. Giddy up. Dude, I found that my capital requirement goes up if I rewrite a leg of the IC, so better to write wider for that reason too. Interesting. Manager, thanks, Zed Estate. I will hold my buckaroos. Clay, there's one thing with SpaceX I never understood with their reusable rockets. Why the complex system to float the rocket down with rocket fuel and have them blow up potentially. I can't tell you. Clay, catching them in with parachutes and helicopters like Rocket Lab is way smarter and cost effective. Clay, it gets a little creepy to think about that. But 23andMe is like, excuse me, it's like Facebook. It's all about data collection and not the service they provide. Exactly. This is a Facebook. This is a Facebook for the medical world, which has much higher upside than Facebook does, because pharmaceutical stocks, how much do pharmaceutical stocks soar when they hit a new drug, when they nail down a new drug? It's unrecognizable what can happen with these stocks. This company will be involved with thousands of drugs, not tens of drugs or dozens, thousands. For the next 20, 30 years, 23andMe will be involved with thousands of drugs that will be coming out to the public. It is completely unknown to the outside world. They do not know this for whatever reason. They got $300 million in the bank. Okay, if they were to spend $1 million a month for their investor relations department and promotions department, and do investor relations shows and do conferences, and if they wanted to do that, they could do that. But they're obviously saving their money. They're preserving their capital. Maybe they're doing a takeover. Maybe they're doing a merger. I don't know what, but they've got a ton of money here, and they haven't wasted it. They don't blow $100 million a year on extravagant private jets and parties. These guys are building this database, largest on the planet, and something will break. And it doesn't have to be with an American drug company or a Canadian drug company. The world, global. These guys are going to become massive, but I can't tell you the minute it's going to happen. I wish I could. John, hey, can anyone tell me how much I did? Can you tell me? Can you tell me how I did? I bought my first ever deep in the money call to write a poor man cover call on GameStop. I bought a June 21, 2024, $10 strike for $11.25. How did I do with that trade? You bought a deep in the money call, $10 call for June 2024. So it's only good for 9 months now. The stock itself is what right now? GameStop's 2053. So it's a 1053 book value contract, and you paid 11.25 on it. So it's within the 90-10 rule. But boy, I wish you would have picked up the January 2025. It might have been the same price or within the same range. But you can write on this. Yeah, sure, you could. But boy, Jan 25s might be where I'd be pushing it. But hey, whatever works. Alrighty. Thank you all for being here this morning. We have 147 thumbs ups now in the house. Thank you, everybody. I think it might be time to honor the Knights of Knee. I think we've ignored the Knights of Knee all morning, and it might not be a bad idea to acknowledge their presence among us and honor their existence so that we do not offend the Knights of Knee. And everyone here will probably concur as we hit the knee emojis to let the Knights of Knee know we think of them every day. We honor them every day. We do not take them for granted. Option Nomads knows exactly what I'm talking about. So does Larry Titus. Neat. JR's here. Neat. Spicy Android. Neat. You do not ignore the Knights of Knee. If you do, you're at your own peril. At your own peril. Don't come crying to me that you didn't honor the Knights of Knee when you had your chance. I can't help you. I'm just saying it must be done. The Big E is here. Nico is here. Luca in the house. Luca, how you doing, man? It was great seeing Luca last night. Jen and I had a wonderful time visiting with Luca yesterday here in Calgary, all the way from Italy, Verona, Italy. Fantastic session. It was really great. Welcome, Luca. I hope you're enjoying Calgary. I think you are, and safe travels to you. And as you continue your trip around the world, it's unbelievable. Touch grass, neat value, neat. Kareem, neat. Right on, everybody. Thank you for hitting those knee emojis. Do not overlook the Knights of Knee. You must honor them. They are vicious. You cannot ignore the Knights of Knee. Thank you, everybody, for popping in your home skillet. Neat. I'm here, Bruce. I'm here. 148 thumbs ups. Thank you, guys. Flint Creek. Neat. Chase Rosita Parker. Neat. Absolutely right. BW, Uncle Bruce, finally out of my 14 AI April 24, $45 Poor Man covered calls. I sold at 10:33. I wrote them in late June as of October of the 40s and had to roll twice up and out to April 24. Just bought back on a dip this AM. 32% profit. $4,197. Well done, BW. I was tired of being that far out, so I got them off the market. Total for August this month on puts and Poor Man covered calls, $5,900 or so. Folding arms, although hard, it works. Rolling back to September 23 on the rights. Well done, sir. Well done indeed. Flint Creek making cashmere lotions. Can't help but think of all of you as I pour. Beach Boy, a stink bid hit. Bought back AI 35 covered calls written at 167 yesterday for 89 cents. Rinse and repeat. Thank you, Uncle Bruce, for the skills you taught us. You lurkers don't get the classes, all the better for us. Hello. Well done, Beach Boy. Yes, sir. Well done. Making the money, taking it from these gamblers out there. Why not? They're handing it to you. 34.77 on AI, down $1.22. We take premiums off the table. No problem at all. We love it. GameStop down 12 to 2062. SoFi 909 down 22. NVIDIA down 1180. The Dow's up 44 points, though. It is going higher. The Dow's up 0.13. The S&P down 1.7 points. That's it. Spiders are down 9 cents. We're not going anywhere on these indexes. The NASDAQ down 53 points, a third of a point. Big deal. Markets are climbing right now, right here. Zed, one big knee from Zed Estate. Right on. Luca says, was great evening with you and Auntie Jen. She's a great sport, and you are a class act. Thank you again. Thank you, Luca. Jen and I had a great time last night, didn't we? Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
We enjoyed it very much. And
I always love meeting the people.
We do enjoy meeting the viewers. It is just a fantastic thing, getting together with viewers. Matthew, I got to go, folks. Happy trading. Well done, Matthew. Keep it going. Neat, says Matthew. Beach Boy just mentioned, as just before he got here, he had a stink bid. He bought back AI $35 covered calls. He wrote them for 167 yesterday. Just bought them back for 89 cents. Rinse and repeat, he says. He says, thank you, Uncle B, for the skills you taught us. You lurkers don't get the classes. All the better for us. There you go. There you go. Alex says, I wrote some AI $40 covered calls expiring December for $704 on Monday. Just bought them back for $601 this morning.
Ooh.
$100 a contract in 2 days. Thank you for the quick little $100 a contract.
Right?
Well done. That helps pay for some classes. Touch Grass, cash secured puts already making premium. JR, deep value options. Sorry for the delay. I couldn't get Discord to send me codes for logging in while I was on the road. I responded this morning. He's back in California. Right on. We've had a number of folks make moves on contracts. A number of folks have been letting us know how they're doing on the how much money they're making and how many classes it represents.
Okay.
So some folks are saying a dude is saying, okay, Uncle Bruce, my profit in the last week is 12 lessons worth.
There you go.
That's pretty good.
That's a lot of bubble gum.
Yep. Wing Commander says in numbers, in less than a week, over 1,000 in profits, which would be like 7 classes.
There you go.
Not bad. Yeah, pretty good stuff. I say.
Wing Commander.
Thank you to Beach Boy. $30 a 30 shekel donation. Thank you, Beach Boy. Uncle Bruce, I think $16,500 gain is not that bad. How about Tel Aviv for a one-on-one? Maybe we can get together somehow in Tel Aviv somehow for a one-on-one. Wouldn't that be something if we were figure out a way
just to get
Tel there? We just pop into Tel Aviv for a one-on-one and see Beach Boy. I don't know about all the other Israeli viewers I have, but Beach Boy. JR, good morning, Auntie Jen. Dude, good morning, Auntie Jen. Good morning, all of you out there. Fantastic. Thank you all for being here. The thumbs up meter, 152 and climbing. Thank you all for popping in and hitting the thumbs up. We're ahead of yesterday's pace. We love you for that. We've got the Dow now up about 6-7 points. Nothing incredible, but we were negative 30. We're now down 5 on S&P. We're down 65 on NASDAQ. Oil up 127 a barrel at the moment. Okay. That's what we got. Welcome one and all to the show, and well done, you option writers. Yes. Yet again, scoring on whatever it is you're doing. You cash secured put writers, poor man covered call writers, covered call writers, doing roll ups and roll downs, iron condor creators. Well done. There's folks who are really busy here today. These days, making money from option gamblers left, right, and center. Trillions of dollars available for the taking. Well, if only you come and get your fair share. Yeah. Bunch expiring today, tomorrow, Friday. My God, what a deal.
Your standard option where you go to Fridays. These guys, they're going to get so busy, they're going to start going to. They'll expire at noon on Wednesday, and others will expire at 2 on Wednesday.
Well, eventually they'll be daily, midday expiry. Dude saying, I'm cruising the chains for American gold.
Nice.
We'll fire no guns. I'll shed no tears. I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier. That's right. The last of Uncle Bruce's privateers. Option writing privateers.
We're out there just looking for sad little boats full of gold.
That's right. That's right. Coming to get my fair share of this action.
Ships.
Yeah, we're down 15 cents on GameStop. SoFi down 24. AI down 137. NVIDIA down 13. Rocket Lab down 26. Rocket Lab was 740 this morning.
Yeah.
It's now 640.
Yeah.
The day after. Phenomenal results.
Yeah, right.
The market is just
crazy.
Can't help it. And Matterport 291 down 22.
Yeah.
Phenomenal results. Smart Rent 348 down 14. Phenomenal results. What can I tell you?
But they always say you buy on spec, sell on news.
There's that too. Yeah. Tesla down 250, Unity down 78. Just saw a PayPal donation come in from I think I know who this is. 1 second. I got to double check here. Let it load up over here. There it is. PayPal donation just came in from, Alberto. We don't say the amount,
Oh.
but there's the amount. It says, whatever, Beach Boy. Joking, nice work, but please step up your game, Primo. Yeah, he's kind of making the Beach Boy donation look a little tiny. Thank you. Thank you, Alberto. I think Alberto is having a good week as well. And keep it up, you guys. Keep it up. Make a ton of money. Okay.
That's right.
Dude, I'm looking at $10 wide SPY iron condors. That's my whole plan. That was your plan. Your whole plan.
Yeah, $10.
$10.
Right? Sure.
Yeah. I would be looking at downside, a little more downside than upside. 70, 30, 60, 650, 350, 60, 40, 70, 30. Even a $12 spread might be smarter. 7 on the downside, 5 on the upside. Manager, there is a battle going on level 2 between short and long for the supremacy on SoFi. Who will win, short or long? Asks Manager. We're right now on SoFi. We are at
with SoFi, the
909. We're down 22 cents down to 909. Yesterday we got down to 901. We bounced back up. This morning down 22. AI down 133 at 34.66. Beach Boy just did something. Hang on.
He felt the slap of Alberto's gauntlet.
Beach Boy just made a donation of 600 shekels. Tel Aviv Meet and Greet Fund, Anti-Gen, please. Anti-Gen, please.
Hey, Beach Boy, I'm on your side.
She's on your side. She's on your side. 600 shekels. That's about $200 American. That's that covers a
have to go out dancing or something.
My goodness. Beach Boy. How about them peaches, Alberto? Yeah, this did outdo Alberto. This did Alberto laughing. I love you, Beach Boy. I love you, man. We love both of you guys. We love both of you guys, and we hope that you inspire 25 others to do exactly the same thing.
I just love these people who are from such separate parts of the world have found a new friend.
Yes,
yeah,
that's true.
Compatriot.
We have friends
that you would never meet.
That's right.
Otherwise,
we got people in New Jersey who know people in Israel, who know people in Germany, who know people in the UK, who know people in California, who know people
in
Canada, who know Italy, all over the place. It is absolutely unbelievable.
Something the internet does is makes it a small world.
It is mind-numbing for us. It is mind-blowing for us. The fact that in 13 days we're getting on a plane and we're heading over to Europe is also
we're going to see people.
Mind-numbing. I mean, we were there last year. We're going again this year. We are thrilled. We do not take this for granted. I'm telling you right now, we are we have friends of ours.
Blown away.
We have friends and relatives of ours who say, what's going on with you guys? Well,
where are you going?
We're getting ready to go to Europe. Oh, well, how long are you going for? 2 months. What?
Yeah.
What? They can't fathom that. They can't imagine 2 months.
It's a long plane ride. You should stay for a while.
You should stay for a while. And then we come back for 5 weeks and we're going to Australia. They're going, what? They're going, yeah. We're going to Australia, New Zealand. That's right, babies. We're going down there. It is. We do not take this for granted. We are grateful for so much. We thank you all for everything. Alex, thank you, Beach Boy and Alberto, for keeping our uncle and auntie in the comfort they deserve. There you go.
Thank you.
Well, we appreciate it. It goes a long way. It absolutely helps. I just love keeping that up there. That beautiful red bar, 600 shekels in your face. I love that. Thank you all. And again, we love it. Option Nomads, I just opened a 2-day iron condo on triple Qs. The puts are 359.60 and the calls are 375.76. It's a little close on the call side, but I'll be watching carefully. We're at 370.55 on the market, and he's 375.76 on the call, so he's about 5 ahead there. And he's at 359.60 on the puts, so he's got good comfort down there, about $11, $10 more. Let's watch for this. 2 days. 2 days. Love condors. I love it when you guys write iron condors that have 2 days to go on these indexes, because it's quick in, quick out, good spread in your favor. Well done, everyone. Good morning, Jen from John Anderson.
Good
Morning, John Anderson. How are you? Welcome to the show. We have 155 thumbs ups, going for 165 and hopefully 200 today. Thank you for those of you helping out with the thumbs ups today. I so appreciate it. Thank you to Beach Boy, Alberto, and all of you. Those of you upgrading your memberships to Gold Bagel level, we're live tonight. Prime time with Uncle Bruce, 6 o'clock Eastern. Don't miss it. We'll be talking Iron Condor results and Iron Condor positions and Iron Condor strategies and everything else. Cash secured puts and poor man covered calls and everything.
I'm out of here. Everybody have a nice Wednesday.
Thank you, Auntie Jen.
Text to go answer.
And have a great one, my dear. Have a great one. Jen.
Yoink.
Yoink. She's out of here. She's out of here. Yes, slowly the panic is lifting here. Packing panic. The packing panic is slowly beginning. But it gets easier every year. It really does. You get more ruthless on what you're going to take and not take. So we'll see how this all goes. Thank you all for being part of this telecast already today. You guys are absolutely awesome. We're down 13 on the Dow. We've gone into a little bit of a red wave there. We're down 440 on S&P, 58-point dip on NASDAQ. It's been a quiet one on these indexes. They really aren't doing much of anything at this point. Thank you all so much for your support of this channel. Gotta try to keep hydrated today. Oh my goodness. What else is happening here? Thank you again for looking me up. Some of you are looking me up for one-on-ones. We got a one-on-one book today. I got a one-on-one book tomorrow. But if you want to do a one-on-one, you let me know. We are good until we take off for the UK, and then from there we'll wing it as best we can with the time zone adjustments. We'll try to figure out one-on-one schedules and everything else with you guys. So thanks again for being part of the surge of this channel, and way to go, those of you who've been picking up class number 16, Iron Condors. How to write Iron Condors, what they're all about. It's making a difference this week on this channel, no question about it. There's been adjustments here this week and last week. People have been moving into Iron Condors and are really on them. So we'll be watching that. We are seeing history in the making. SoFi's about to go below 9, says manager. It's what he's thinking. We're at 902. Down 29 cents. Volume on SoFi today, 6.7 million. This is the low of the session at the moment, so not a lot of activity. DH Ruda, been a member now for 19 months. Neat. Right on, DH. Thank you for that. Appreciate you being a part of this channel. Gold Bagel level member. Thank you for the 19 months membership at the Gold Bagel level. Absolutely beautiful. Samuel, good morning, Uncle Bruce. Alberta has a good week. Every week he is glowing. Right on. Love to hear that. Option Nomads, by the way, this IC Condor position is worth 10 classes. If this trade works out with these Iron Condors for 2 days for the triple Qs, if these work the way they're going to work, I'm going to be able to pay for up to 10 classes. That's nice for 2 days. I love this. J-Boy, member for 8 months on this channel. Thank you, J-Boy. Chilling with Uncle Bruce level. Love you, man. I appreciate that you're here and part of this great group of followers. You and Option Nomads and Samuel and DH and Manager and John Anderson. All you guys, Alex, Alberto, Beach Boy, Dude, Splair, all you guys, thank you so much. Touchgrass, Matthew, Luca, Zeta State, Flint Creek Soap Company. Man, it's fantastic. You're all here. I can't thank you guys enough. I just can't. I love it when you guys do these green bars. Obviously, in the last couple of days, the folks over at StreamYard, which I used to do my live streaming here, they allow me now to pop up these green bars. It's fantastic. I got DH Ruda here. I've got J-Boy here. And, of course, we have Beach Boy here doing what he does best. Thank you guys so much for being part of this gang. I love you guys. This is absolutely beautiful. All righty. Triple Q's 370.34 is where we're at right now. Flint Creek, right back at you, Bruce. Thank you guys so very much. GameStop just down 24. SoFi at 902. AI down 184. NVIDIA down 1232. Rocket Lab down 34 cents. Matterport off 26. SmartRent down 16. Some stocks are performing and some are not. ATIP is up a nickel. Unity down 87. Tesla down 350 a share. Apple off 120. Google down 19 cents. Moderna's up 23. Cisco down 30. Pfizer up 16. IBM down 19 cents, make it 18 now. HPQ down 11. Microsoft is down 159. ME 157.5, down 16.5 shares. Cannot believe it, but it is. Amazon down 114 a share. Aspire is down 4 cents, 66 cents a share. Home Depot up 64. Vanek Vectors off 158. Netflix down 320. Adobe off $4. Goldman Sachs down $1.13. Boeing is up 125. Meta down 476. We got Target up 35 cents. JP Morgan down 80. Costco is up 3.95. Walmart up 96. Disney up 31. American Airlines down 15 cents. And DraftKings down 305. Bobby Atkinson 28.61. I have a suspicion you're deep in the money. Your calls that you've written on your Poor Man Cover calls are paying you handsomely. Well done. Down 13 on the Dow, down 7 on S&P, down 84 on the NASDAQ. We have a sell wave that's come through, computer selling perhaps. That's what we're seeing right here. And we have to just stick it out and let these traders grind their way through these markets. We'll try to take advantage of option premium adjustments. Absolutely. Let's see what else is going on here. People in Hawaii are fleeing into the ocean to escape wildfires burning popular Maui tourist town. There's some news you don't see every single day. Absolutely unbelievable. Let's see. BW is saying Rugman is in the house. Geez, look at him just ripping up the green shag carpets on our tickers. Beach Boy, some more. I got some more AI 35 September cash secured puts. I've written some more. Well done, sir. Kate. Chase Rosita sold Roblex. I bought AI. Beach Boy, 516. Might as well buy more stock. If they're going to hand me this kind of money, I'll buy more paper and write even more cover calls. Bobby Atkinson bought back at 38 cents, 50% gain. We'll rewrite on Friday, hoping for a small recovery. Right on, Bobby Atkinson. Well done. Well done indeed. Down 15 points on the Dow. That's all. Down 6 on S&P. 76 on NASDAQ right now. Way to go, you guys. Taking advantage of these markets. They go down, the stocks go down, you're running cash secured puts, bringing in a bunch of dough. Stocks want to stay low, you'll buy back covered calls, cash in on those, right closer in on time. Covered calls, say thank you very much. Market wants to go higher, buy back your cash secured puts for a nice cheap price and write another set. Keep an eye open for new covered call writing opportunities. How good is this? Absolutely. Manager Uncle Bruce, 17th of January, 25 cash secured put, $7 strike on SoFi, trading at 145, 149. Would it be a good idea to sell these cash secured puts and get this premium? Well, the stock's at 902, so these are worth, what are they? Out of the money, $2 right here. There's a nice premium for an out of the money cash secured put. I mean, look, if you can get 145, 150 for a 7, you're on the hook to buy this stock at $5.55. Are you comfortable paying $5.55 for SoFi? I'd be comfortable buying SoFi for $5.55. I'd like this deal. These are worth $0 in January because this stock's at $9 right now. Not a bad move. BW, CNBC, Moody's worried about regional banks, including U.S. Bank and Fifth Third. More rumors about banking issues are out there. They're floating around, not helping the markets, but not being all that negative on the Dow today. It's not hurting it, but that's what they're talking about. Partially, they're telling people, keep an eye out for this stuff. GameStop down 29, SoFi at 902, down 30 cents, 901, 902 on 7.6 million shares. SoFi, it's reluctantly giving up pennies at this point. AI 186 lower at 34.13. And we got NVIDIA down 14.33. AI obviously taking its cue from NVIDIA. Rklb is down 37 to 629. Matterport 288.5 down 25. SmartRent 347 down 15 cents. Crazy, just insanity. Unity down 97. Tesla down 350. Apple down 130. Google down 6. Moderna's up 14. Cisco down 28. Pfizer up 17. IBM down 16 cents. Microsoft down 173. Amazon down $1. Home Depot up $1. Netflix down 2.99. Adobe down 4.34. Goldman down 125. Boeing is up 95 cents. Facebook down 4.77. Target up 40. JP Morgan down 77. Costco's up 4.70. Walmart up 1.18. Disney up 46. There's some green over there. But this market is in its own little world at the moment. Down 7 points, 9 points on the Dow. That's what we got right here, right now. Everybody, welcome to the party. Sometimes the party is a downer. Sometimes it's a happy party. What can I say? Lampshade City, we're up 157 thumbs ups now. Thank you for these thumbs ups. 43 away from 200. Thank you all. If you're watching on a rerun, hit that thumbs up button for us and get us as close as possible, or help us break the 200 window. That would be a lovely, lovely thing. Thank you, one, and thank you all. DraftKings down $3 right now. That's what we got. Interesting stuff. Over in Hawaii, it says here, people in Hawaii flee into the ocean to escape wildfires burning popular tourist town in Maui. Fire crews on Maui are battling multiple blazes concentrated in two areas, the popular tourist destination of West Maui and an island mountainous region. So what we are seeing over there, but they're burning multiple structures, they say, fanned by strong winds. Lahaina town forcing evacuation and closing schools, several communities. Rescuers pulled a dozen people escaping smoke and flames from the ocean. The U.S. Coast Guard responded to areas where people went into the ocean to escape the fire and smoky conditions. Coast Guard tweeted that a crew rescued 12 people in the water off Lahaina. I can't pronounce these right. They say do not go to Lahaina town right now. They're telling people do not go there. Fires are widespread in that area, including Front Street, an area of town popular tourists. Said a phone interview Wednesday. Traffic's been very heavy as people try to evacuate. Officials asked people who weren't in an evacuation area to shelter in place, avoid adding to the traffic. Weather Service said Hurricane Dora, which was passing to the south of the island chain at a safe distance 500 miles, was partly to blame for the gusts above 60 miles an hour that knocked out power as night fell, rattled houses, grounded firefighting helicopters. Dangerous fire conditions created by strong winds and low humidity were expected to last through Wednesday, says the Weather Service. Interesting. They kind of need some rain from that hurricane to kind of help out. Unbelievable. They're saying this is so unprecedented. They can't believe it over there. There you go. All kinds of follow-up news on that. You can read up on that all you like. Unbelievable news over there. The Dow's up now 2.7 points. The S&P only down 4.5. S&P's coming back. NASDAQ down 74. So we have markets actually recovering a little bit here right now. We've got, let's see here. Spurs wishing everybody a happy day today. BW Spire reports after the bell. So if still buying, wait till tomorrow when to slam it down regardless of the results. Look at everybody else. JR, have a great training day, everybody. Off to the pool to get some much needed exercise. Well done, JR. Indeed. Enjoy it. You deserve all the best. We're up 3 points on the Dow right now. The spiders are only down 31 cents. They're recovering again. Triple Q's 370.37. They were down to 369.80. They're bouncing back $1 already on the upside right now. GameStop down a quarter. We're at 904 on SoFi. A little bounce back. AI 3408 down 191. NVIDIA down 13. Rocket Lab down 40. Matterport down 24. SmartRent down 14. That's what I got right now happening here. Alberto, I'm back. What did I miss? I had to rush into an inspection. Sammy Styles is in the house. Manager sold 200 cash secured puts on for January 25 sevens for SoFi at 145. Picked up 200 contracts that just brought in $29,000 in cash for Manager on that move. Willing to buy stock of SoFi for $5.55 a share. Not a bad move, I think. SoFi a little better at 904 at the moment. On the session volume now 8.1 million, traded 901, low of the day 904 on SoFi. That's what we got. Beach Boy, anyone know if Hybrid Duncan is okay? Last I heard he was in Hawaii with his family. I haven't heard from Hybrid Duncan. I hope he's doing all right. He's living the life. I hope he's doing okay. He pops in from time to time. All the best to my friend Hybrid Duncan, wherever you are, my man. I hope you're okay. Stay with those forest fires. Absolutely. The Dow down 0.75 of a point. We are just flatlining on this market. We're down 3 on S&P. We're down 64 on NASDAQ. Looks like these markets are climbing a little bit at the moment. Target is rolling out Starbucks curbside delivery nationwide. Drive by your local Target store. Your Starbucks order will be waiting for you. Unbelievable. Pushing Starbucks coffee through Target on drive curbside pickup. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I don't know. That's really something. Anyway, there you go. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. Thank you again. 160 thumbs ups, guys. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. We've reached the 2-hour level of the show. We've got to the 2-hour mark now. Thank you all for helping out with the thumbs ups today. Thank you for donations. Thank you for upgrading your memberships, renewing your memberships. Join me tonight, 6 o'clock Eastern time, prime time live with Uncle Bruce. Talk to me about how you're doing on your Iron Condor trades. How are you doing on your cash secured puts? How are you doing on covered calls, poor man covered calls, and everything else? We'll cover the day's action and set it up for tomorrow. See what's going to happen there. I look forward to seeing you tonight at 6 o'clock Eastern if you can make it in. Thank you again, all of you, for seeing me today. It's always a pleasure. Jen and I thank you very much for popping by to say hello. Make a bunch of money out there, you guys. Just get richer. That's all you got to worry about. Just make a bunch of money and keep it going and take control of your financial lives. I love it. Okay, guys, I will see you later tonight. Thanks, everybody. This is John Anderson, and have a good one all. See you at 6 o'clock Eastern. Let's have some more fun then. Okay, guys, thanks so much, and all the best. Thank you.